What's up, YouTube? So I had a request to do a little analysis of which champions in LoL should be nerfed and buffed. On top of that, I wanted to do a sort of reanalysis on which champion should be banned during ranked games, if you haven't seen that video. So I'm going to kind of do a mashup of the two. So here we go. Just a little history on my background. I've had around over 300 ranked games played, and I've kind of seen the same kind of thing going for most of the games, though a lot of the time the person who's banning may not know who or what they're doing or who should they choose, so most of the time they end up choosing the most random characters. So other than that, however, I wanted to talk about who I see banned most of the time and why I think they are good bans. First on the list, this is definitely number one, would be Morgana. Her stuns, her ultimate, everything just makes her extremely overpowered, and that just makes her incredibly hard in game to stop. First off, her stun, which is her Q ability, pretty much freezes someone in place for a good 3 seconds. Her ultimate also does the same thing basically. When she sets it off, it deals a whole ton of damage to anyone around her, and then if the champion is still in the area for 3 seconds, he or she gets stunned, and then more damage is applied. Morgana is just a hugely good farmer. Her stun is just extremely overpowered because those 3 seconds of immobilization can really, it's more than enough to take out a carry during team fights or when they're running, and it's a good escape tool if you're trying to escape from someone trying to kill you. So yeah, that's definitely the number one choice. I also see Rammus banned a lot lately, and I do agree that he is definitely a fairly good choice to be banned. The reason is because his taunt is pretty much overpowered. Basically, you can't focus anyone with his taunt, and it lasts so long. I think it's also around a 3-second taunt, so you can't really do anything about it, and that's more than enough, especially during team fights, for the team to take you out if you're a carry or someone extremely squishy. And focusing is very important, especially in the higher ranked games. So yeah, that's definitely an option. And other than that, Tryndamere is definitely a ban. He is banned almost 80 to 90% of the time. Whenever he's not banned, I have this friend in real life who always plays him, and he always chooses him in ranked games and wins if he's not banned. So and his elo is not as low as mine. His is like 1400. So yeah, Tryndamere is definitely a good ban. His Undying Rage is also overpowered. See, I think it gives 3 to 4 seconds of pretty much invulnerability after your health dies out, which is more than enough time for Tryndamere to take you out, because if you don't know, he deals a crap load of damage, and if you know how to use him, he can escape you because he's super fast with his Phantom Dancers, and he can just turret dive you, so even turret aggro will not save you if you turret hug. So if you don't ban Trin, you're kind of dumb, because someone will pick him. Another ban I've been seeing a lot lately is Vayne, and I can see why. I don't entirely understand why she would be overpowered. I don't think she is. It takes a lot of skill to play her. I've seen a lot of noob Vaynes in ranked games. You either get 2 types of Vaynes. You get the feeding Vaynes or the super overpowered Vaynes. And Vayne really takes a lot of skill to play right, and the reason is because You have to last hit. You have to know when to time your tumbles and all your skills, and that's pretty much why she's overpowered. Like most Vaynes I've seen that are good, they pretty much carry the team. They have around 20 kills by the end of the game and very few deaths, and it's pretty much impossible to stop her once she's extremely fed, unless your whole team somehow manages to survive, because she can take out pretty much any squishy characters in less than a second once she gets fed, and it's just impossible to stop her. A good Vayne will use her ultimate well, and those few seconds of stealth will really do her well. So I've seen Vayne banned a lot lately, and I think that's a good ban. I've also seen Graves banned a lot, and I wouldn't say it's a good ban. It's an adequate ban, because Graves is a balanced character, and even with a good deal of skill, it really comes down to team composition to really win out. Even if you're extremely fed Vayne, if you have like 25 kills with I'm sorry, not Vayne, Graves. If you have 25 kills with Graves, it's still not gonna mean you're gonna win the game. If the other team has a bunch of armor and everyone's tanky, or they're just an extremely balanced team, a fed Graves will not carry you to victory. Not like a fed Morgana, Tryndamere, or Vayne would. So Graves, not so good a ban. I used to see a lot of Amumu bans, but lately not so much, and I think he is a good choice because his ultimate stuns you and immobilizes you for quite a deal, and he does so much damage when he gets close to you. I think he's still a good ban. I still don't see him banned as often as I used to, because I think it does take a good deal of skill to play him, and just because you choose him during a game doesn't mean you will automatically win. I do see a few horrible Amumus now and again, and most of the time they end up feeding and losing the game. However, I do see a lot of good ones who know how to play and pretty much carry the team to victory. So yeah, finally, I'm seeing a lot of Singe bans, not as much as I used to, but I do see a few Singe bans, and I would think he's an adequate ban. The reason is because a lot of Singe characters, or people who play Singe, they end up going pure AP, and this ends up not being the best strategy, because you're not as tanky as you should be, and you end up being extremely squishy, and you really don't help the team as a tank. And unless like the rest of your team is tanking, that could lead to a lot of serious problems. Again, I've seen a lot of horrible Singes who end up feeding and losing the game, and I've seen a lot of fairly decent Singes. I've yet to see a extremely OP Singe who's carried the game. So a Singe ban would be adequate. I wouldn't say it would be the best ban. So yeah, I think the time's pretty much about to run out, so I won't keep it much longer. And just so you know, this is just my analysis, and I'm pretty sure like over time it will change when Riot updates stuff. So yeah, that's about it for now, and I'll see you guys later.